So our first assignment is a basic introductory video that I'm going to ask each of you to do to tell us a little bit about yourself so that we get to know each other and to talk a little bit about your research background and agenda. So let me model something for you. Let's start off with just a minute or so about yourself, not too long about it. My name's Adam Holden. I was born and raised in the United Kingdom, and I've worked in the UK, the US, and Central America in educational establishments. I've been obviously a teacher, but a head of school, a headmaster, and a superintendent for a number of years now, and also worked at the collegiate level at a variety of universities, both in the United Kingdom and in the United States. And predominantly, I teach educational leadership, educational technology, and research. And so I've worked, again, mainly with masters and other graduate students. So that's a little bit about myself. Maybe next you could talk about a couple of things that are interesting about yourself, maybe break things up a little bit. So I have two absolutely wonderful English bulldogs, a brother and sister, whom I love dearly. In fact, my children would suggest that they actually get more attention than my kids do, which is probably accurate. But I'm a sucker for the English bulldogs. I love trying different types of foods. From Indian foods through to particularly international types of foods. I like trying different types of dishes, and I really enjoy musical theatre and opera. So whenever I get the opportunity, I try to go and see something live. And then lastly, we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves as a researcher. So have been involved in research for a number of years now. I'm presently a doctoral researcher at the University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom, and my research is here in Central America. I'm coming to you from Panama today, where I'm working using educational technology to help teachers in marginalized and impoverished areas. Over here in Panama, many of our teachers don't have teaching qualifications and so need a considerable amount of support. And I've been able to conduct some research here to try and help them in schools that have really tough working conditions and teachers who really are on a voluntary basis and who have no formal teacher training. I've published a couple of times. I've actually got a textbook coming out in January of next year. Most of my writing and publications has been on the use of educational technology to enhance education. But recently I've also done some studies on unconscious bias and how our mind works and how we learn. Um, so a little bit about myself at first, then a couple of interesting things about myself, and then on to talk about myself as a researcher. If you follow the same format of that, that would be great. Literally, your introduction can be 2, 3, 4 minutes long. That would be plenty. We look forward to meeting each of you. Welcome to the class.